We are now here with Phil Morris, who is the voice of Vandal Savage.
Oh yes, the inimitable Vandal Savage.
Phil, over the years, you've come back to comic books over and over and over again. You've been heroes, you've been villains, you've been the larger-than-life major characters and the little bit players. What keeps you coming back to this this story source?
Well, you know, just as an actor, forget that I'm a huge comic book fan, full stop. But as an actor, these are all morality plays. Right. You know, every comic book you read, it's about good versus evil. And with those stakes being that high, as an actor, you can just sink your teeth into it, you know, a little bit more than if you're doing kind of a drawing room comedy or a light romantic comedy. So you can really swing for the fences. And for an actor to be able to exercise those muscles is terrific.
Outside of playing John Jones on Smallville, this is probably the biggest DC character that you've played so far. Is there anything in particular that that stands out about Vandal Savage that made him somebody you jumped at?
He's a smooth criminal. You know what I mean? He's a Renaissance man trapped in an immortal's body, and I think that he is a classic. It's like he loves classical music. He loves art. He loves poetry. Right. He's more than many villains are. You know, some of his parts actually makes up somebody very interesting, as opposed to I just want to snarl and be evil and gruff and overthrow the world. So he's got nuance. He's a very nuanced villain, and you don't find that often. I mean, he's usually kind of a straight ahead, I want to kill, overthrow the world, blah, blah, blah. Vandal's not like that at all. He wants to do it, but he wants to do it in a certain style.
This is a huge cast, and a lot of people that have worked together for years. What was it like working with this many people, and what was it like being kind of the new kid?
Well, I had done Vandal before for Justice League, so I don't feel like I was the new kid, and certainly Vandal is not the new kid anywhere, ever. He's always the old kid. You know, you're humbled. I mean, when Andrea Romano and Bruce Timm call you to come in and play with these kinds of actors, you look at it as an honor and a duty in a way. You know, it's like there's so many of us out there that want to be involved in this, and for me to be a part of it is just great. And you know, I've worked with Kevin. I've worked with many of these actors before, which is again great. So it's kind of like old home week when you see everybody again. But again, you're part of an ensemble that is so well oiled up and so well studied and so well trained that you don't want to blow it. You don't want to put a foot wrong.
This was the last film that was written by Dwayne McDuffie, who worked on Justice League for years. How was Dwayne's presence felt when you guys were working on the movie, and how has Dwayne's presence felt here today?
In every word we uttered, we felt him. In every direction Andrea Romano gave us came from him. You know, in every frame of this movie, Dwayne McDuffie is in it, and it is a tribute to him in a way. But it is not nearly the tribute that he deserves, because there's no tribute that could live up to the larger-than-life personality. And if anybody ever met Dwayne, you wouldn't think that about him if you met him, because he was a humble, generous, compassionate human being, which is why he could write such great stories. And we're just hopefully pushing this rock up the hill for him and moving the ball forward, and hopefully he's proud of it.